This is a quick video to show you how I've gone from these standard e-golf wheels to making them look a little bit cooler by blocking out the center of each spoke using some vinyl decals. Okay, to install the blackout strips, you're just going to need a few household items. I have here some isopropyl alcohol and water. This is a 50-50 solution. Lint-free cloth to wipe the surface. The blackout strips themselves, of course. And finally, a blow dryer to help lock in the edges during the final step of installation. Okay, so I'm going to begin here. I've already cleaned the wheel, but I'm going to hit this area with the IPA and wipe the surface down again to make sure that there's nothing left on there, no adhesives, road tar, anything like that. And so I've tried this a few different ways. I've tried the wet installation method, and I've tried it doing it dry. To be honest, I've noticed that doing it dry seems to go the easiest for me. So all I'm going to do here is peel back on this edge of the vinyl. Sometimes you'll see that the paper will stick a little bit there, but if you just kind of work on the edge, not the corner, you can get it up. Now I've washed my hands prior to starting, and I'm just going to peel this back and away gently. And now I'm just going to focus on the top surface here. I see a little bit of dust there, lint, so I'm going to get that off because you don't want anything trapped under it. And whoops, I'll hold the bottom end, and then with my eyes I'm just going to align the top with a little bit of overhang here. So I have this thing overhanging, and I'm going to start and go down the middle of the top section and work my way out to make sure that there's no bubbles. So all I really focused on was this top surface right here. Now it's stuck a little bit. Now don't worry too much if that happens. This stuff's pretty forgiving. If you get any wrinkles in it or even small air bubbles, they work themselves out over time. The stuff is kind of porous and breathes. So now that I have that tacked down, I'm going to make sure that this looks like it's covering both left and right edges here. And again, I'm just going to focus on a small section at the top as I guide this stuff down, working my way out from the middle. And I'm going to press down the middle here, try to get a nice smooth application. Again, work my way out for the area I've covered so far. Now you'll notice the wheel, the spoke is in the vertical position. Don't be afraid to move the car around to put the spoke in a position where it's easiest to work with. That definitely will make your life easier. So here you can see that I have no bubbles in this. Everything looks good, so I'm going to start to go over the edges and lock them in place. Do both left and right sides. Now, again, if you find any other flaws in the material, you do get a lot of several backups. So if you ruin one, it's not that big of a deal. You have plenty of them to replace it with. Okay, so now everything's locked down here, so all I'm going to do now is take the blow dryer on the high setting. I'm going to gently warm the surfaces until they become a little bit more pliable and just press them down so that I get an added layer of adhesion there. And there you have it, a cheap and easy way to make your e-golf wheels look a whole lot better.